There is a special stooge for men like this. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, this man works hand in glove with the Governor of Lagos, the Governor of the State of Excellence and the State of Aquatic Splendor, the state that is numero uno for habitation and living, work and residence, the state of the blue rail, the red rail, the state that houses one of the biggest rice mills in the continent of Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, now announcing and coming forward to the podium for his goodwill message is the number 2 citizen of Lagos. Gentlemen, please may I have your attention. Thank you very much. As we bring forward your and our Deputy Governor of Lagos State, the Free State of Lagos, the matchless, the virtuoso, the icon of leadership like never before, the one and only, His Excellency, Obafemi Amzat. Thank you so very much for coming out today, sir.
All our real fathers are here. Thank you very much. Your Majesty, my brother, Professor Saka, thank you very much. Okay, hello. Your Majesty, Oba, thank you very much. Your Majesty, Dr. Honorable Commissioner for Commerce, Industry, and Cooperative in Lagos State, Mrs. Onaja, and Executive Vice Chairman, National Agency for Science and Engineering, Ascend, Dr. Kabir Sulaiman Abidu, the review about Lagos, thank you very much. Yamaje Odua, Princess Omi Abe, my own uncle, we call him Alaoshe. Thank you very much. And his very beautiful wife, I learned sister of our country. Thank you very much. All the stakeholders are here, and the investors that are here in Lagos, as we gather to celebrate not just the opening of a mall, but the unveiling of a national vision, the Onaja Mall, which is part of the pioneering indigenous retail initiative, which is a growing network conceived by Royal Majesty of our legend, and to use the Onaja tool to build one of Nigeria's first homegrown retail chain dedicated to showcasing made in Nigeria products, empowering local entrepreneurs, and creating thousands of jobs across our country. My understanding is everything here, or almost everything now, is made in Nigeria. I think that deserves a round of applause. So from his first flagship in Ife, the expansion to Osogbo, Akure, and of course now Lagos, the Onaja Mall was designed with a clear purpose to give Nigerian farmers, manufacturers, SMEs a dignified place in modern marketplace, to reduce our dependence on exported goods, and to prove that Nigeria can build, operate, and scale as a world-class commercial ecosystem powered by local talent and local production. I think it's important to know that this is not just a building, It is the beginning of a new written model, one that blends culture with commerce, tradition with innovation, and economic inclusion with modern customer experience. It must stand as a symbol of confidence in the Nigerian enterprise and a statement that our future prosperity will be created by our own people, by our own hands. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us take a moment to appreciate what this means for our city, Lagos. As the commercial heartbeat of our country, Lagos thrives on ideas and generates opportunities to expand markets and deepen prosperity. You notice that in Lagos we are now creating markets, organized markets in Moshi. We have one now. There is one going on at Abubuwa, at Gege, and so what we found out is that instead of the conventional markets that our mothers, our sisters organize, that market we can collect data. We can see. In fact, we notice now that because when they bring their produce, they come together and the trucks will bring it. They are now spending less than 60% of what they normally spend on transportation. And because it's a cold room, so when they sell their after all everything, they can now store it. So the rate of perishing has reduced significantly. So that is the future. So I'm very happy when my sister spoke and said that we should talk about AI. That's told us. In Lagos, what we are doing is we are training 50,000 young people in various fields. AI, of course, blockchain, software engineering, cyber security. We are working with a company called Semicolon to do this training. And it is amazing. So when people in public space, they will say that, oh, the quality of education in Nigeria is going down. Is that true? Is that really true? When we were in secondary school, I remember in my university days, our computer is as big as this room. And we use Fortran. Today, 11-year-old in Makoko is coding. They are helping their parents to sell fish. The 10-year-old primary school. So, what are we measuring? What are we telling our children? The reality is those people that believe in this country, they will do well. Don't listen to all the bad news. It's your decision. Listen to the people who are doing well. Today, in Lagos, we have over 114,000 young men. They sit in their house and they are working for companies overseas. The only challenge is they don't pay taxes. But they are making money and they are doing well because of their skills. So all these 50,000 people, think about it. In 2050, Nigerian population, they say, will be 450 million. Busy go. So, if that is the case, we are already the biggest black nation in the world. And we are scaling up. We are scaling up. What do we want to give the world? So what Lagos is saying is we must be the human capital of the world. If Microsoft needs, say, 10,000 programmers, we should be able to produce it in Lagos. And this is our goal. If Google needs anything, blockchain, cyber security, let's train them. Me, I'm not against Japan. I'm not. If you think about it, who are the people that build the medical services in UK? They are Indians. But they built it and they went back home. That's the truth. So, we should not be scared that people in Japan, okay, but let's train more. That's why Lagos is building a university of medicine and allied science. We produce 2,000. So the challenge we have, SARS, is that the medical council will say, last week we can only produce 50 doctors. Somebody say why? I don't know. That's the question we are asking. So what we are trying to do is, okay, give us opportunity to train 2,500. The why is because they want to ensure quality. They want to make sure that when you train as a doctor, you are a doctor. So we will build a dedicated university of medicine. They will train only doctors, nurses, pharmacists, and so on. That's it. So that if we can produce 2,500 every year, well, the ones that will jump, let them jump. The ones that will stay. All of us, me too, I jump, I'm back. Am I not back? Because you will realize that this one, this your color, will be your only limiting factor in America. You will realize that it's your limiting factor, so you come back. Because here you can do anything, there is no barrier for you as a black man. But there are barriers there. So let's tell our children, it's okay to laugh, but think. Don't let AI take you away. Because the reality is that, and I think my brother Jacques said that we should all learn AI. I totally agree with him. Totally. As parents, we must know about it. If not, AI will teach your children what you don't know. Can I say that again? We must learn about it so our creator, our creator, is a fantastic scientist. So they said in our brain we have 6 trillion neurons. So if I lift my hand, my brain knows that I'm lifting it and is communicating. AI has developed about 1 trillion neurons today, and they can mimic any activity of human beings. Any activity of human beings. So they are already doing slicing of DNA and everything, which means in 10 years' time, it is possible that humanity will not get sick. Scientifically, and so long. But scientifically, it is possible because they can remove all the DNA in you that makes you sick. It's already there. It's just the ethics that is stopping it. So it is important for us to understand AI so that we know what our children are also learning. I don't know if you read it. A young boy of 15, I don't know what his stress was, but he said he was stressed. I don't know if anybody has read it. And the boy was talking to ChatGPT, seeking advice. Today, 42% of our children seek advice from ChatGPT. They are not talking to their mothers and fathers again, or their cousins, or their uncles. They are talking to computer. This 15-year-old boy said he has stress, and ChatGPT said, given what you have told me, I think it's better to just end it. And the boy killed himself. Real bad. So, as parents, if we don't, we will mess this up. So please, no matter what it takes, just read it. Make sure that you know what your child is doing or your grandchildren are doing. Because I know all of us have grandchildren. They have grandfathers and grandmothers. So to know, you must know. So when my sister said in Australia, when she said not just to even make money, but to survive as humanity. So it's important. So we are training enormous amount. And for me, like I said, for me, what I've seen, the future of this country is very bright. I don't know what you are seeing. It's very bright because the skill set that our children are learning, like I said, I've seen young children in Makoko, they are coding. We learn coding in the university. And we learn it with 40 and everything. But today, these people are just doing it like riding bicycle. So the future is bright. So what are we looking at? So can we say, I must thank you for this, because today is a part where physically people can come and do this training, and where we can also manage them. And God continue to do this. And as we scale to all the other 36 states, Lagos is the center. You can't do one and say you are scaling to others. And the reason is this. However, Lagos occupies 0.34% of the land mass of Nigeria. 0.34%. Niger is 7.8%. The whole of Southeast is 3%. The whole. Anambra, all of them, 3%. Niger is 7%. Lagos is 0.34. But the people that live there, 11% population of Nigeria lives here. So, if you want Nigeria to live lifted, you must live Lagos. Without it, Nigeria won't go. It's like United States and New York. It's like UK and London. It's no sentiment. It's just what God has created. So, Gambia, 3, 4, 5 more. Thank you very much.